you, you, only people who stream understands. What's your? I'll get to that. I'll get to all the things. Only people who stream actually can understand the sheer number of things that you need to press and get going to get anything moving. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, whatever. It's all good. All right, let's get the everything else moving in there. So, are we on the verge to going to what could be described as all-time highs? Ask me this question. Are we on that break of structure and things going into that direction where things we see actually start to make real movements? Are we there yet? What do you guys think? Do you think that we're at that stage where this could be that little bit of a turnaround and test, as my theory I was going, test that $100,000 region and see whether we can hold that or not? That's the real question here. That's what we all need to really understand. Are we there or are we not there? That's what we need to understand. And if we can really see the levels and see what's going on at this present moment, we will most probably understand where to get to from here. That's the thing, right? So I think 94 to 9. Yeah, around that thing. Yeah, that's basically what I said last time. Thanks, man. Thanks for repeating what I said. Yes, when JP Morgan gets bankrupt. Yeah, boy, man, if they go bankrupt, I'll just say this, right? If they go bankrupt with their leverage positions, oh my God, will that be the mother of all God candles that will appear in this industry? I need you to understand that, because when someone gets margin called, it's a buy into the market, right? That it forces them to buy at that point, and they collateralize their play. So it's a serious thing, right? It's a serious thing when JP Morgan gets when something like that happens. But they have some serious force, right? Let's not forget that. All we need to do now is if Bitcoin can, but it would still, the thing is, to get to that point, Bitcoin would still need to get to the 130,000 level. And the thing with the 130,000 level, that's a lot of movement, bruv. So I'm not saying it can't be done, but I'm saying that's a lot of movement. We haven't really done too much. But what I will say, and this is the thing, anyone, by the way, wants to see what's going on, you guys can check here or on X. Either of the two would work. Anyone that's actually, stranger things have happened, right? Stranger things have happened. Also, anyone that's new here, welcome. Everyone else as well on that level, welcome to all the new people, all the old people. It is a nice, safe space for people to have a chat and talk and understand what's going on. And I'll give people some of my opinions and see where we go from there. You know what I'm saying? Brevs. Now, what I will ask for people on X is to see if we can get the live reposted. That would be amazing, absolutely amazing if that can be done. Okay, right now, any questions first before we get into the show and what I think is going to be happening, what the situation of everything is? Anything up there in that manner? How can I join the pro group? It's very easy. It's really easy. You're on the tube, right? I'll show you how easy this is. It's super duper easy, and people who are in there can vouch for it, for how the type of content and calls and things like that are going. For a question, at what chart structure? That's a mouthful. Will you admit? Okay, now it's a bear market. I know. Well, so Jamie, I think you haven't watched any of my other lives. If you actually go to this or this, you see my previous lives of what I've said. I have a plan. Oh no, here we go again. Okay, whatever, let's stay there. I have a plan of action here, right? Mine is all dependent on the retest. My understanding of where we are and where we will be going, and where I have a plan of action here, right? Section of this run we are in is all dependent on what the retest does. Bear markets are not born of pullbacks on this level. It's the retest of the key zone that will make it work in that manner, right? So if we go and retest, and I repeat what I said previously to everyone that was here in the previous live, and again, if you want to watch it, I'm possibly the only one that really records the whole thing. I don't clip little bits, right? This is the way I want to explain it to everyone. Everyone that you see will just clip the bits that make them look good. I leave everything open. If I was wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm not in there. And one thing I will say is that if you listen to someone who lives in a sky bunker, what do you want from me, right? I'm only here to give my thoughts and opinions and on that side. All right, now if anyone wants to check out the pro group, right? Anyone that wants to see my screens, either one of these. If you go, especially if you go to the tube, you'll see it there. You go here on the bottom, you'll see this more, right? You go to all the links, this bit here, right? You click on that. If it will load, yeah, it will load here. And you just press that. That's it. You go in there and ask for what it is, and you have to message me. Only me. I will not message you, ask you for any questions, because unfortunately the nature of this industry is that you will get a lot of people around that will just try and get something from you. That's not who I'm saying. That's not what I am. Just check out this way. You can see the type of profits we're doing. It is bonkers at the moment. I think we're 20 to 20 on the calls at the moment. It's crazy, right? And if you want to see the you know, if you want to see my P&Ls, yeah, it's all about the P&Ls, bruv. If you want to see the P&Ls, here, there's some P&Ls. How'd you like them P&Ls? That was just today, and that's probably most of the people that didn't even post. Like, we're doing well, right? Not to say that there won't be a moment where things could potentially go sour, but that is the case of this. You just have to be percentage-wise profitable. That's what's important, right? Now, where we're sitting at this present moment is that we're still not in a fantastic place. Look, I mean, let's call an apple a pear. That's what my grandma used to tell me. I never understood what that meant. Let's call an apple a pear, right? It doesn't look fantastic. We're still what you could be described as a potential counter rally that's happening, right? I look at it on the weekly. At this present moment, weekly is what's important. We've had a perfect test of the zone that we found out, which actually sits almost directly within this zone that I stated out previously in my lives. You can go check it out. It's all recorded. If you click the bells there, all that kind of stuff, you will see everything there, right? It bounced off that zone, and now we're slowly laddering up. Now, the only thing that I find, and this is what's really, really, really important. By the way, people on X, if we can get to like 20 to 30 reposts, that would mean the world. Honestly, I just want to try and get as many people into the live as possible, right? What was I saying? Yeah, so the only thing that I have, and this is the thing that I will say to everything, right, is this. Right now, we're coming into some interesting zones. Key zones that we're coming. I've said many times over, and I want everyone to really, really understand and hear this side of it. It's really important people hear it. So when it comes to it, they can't say things like, oh no, but you didn't say that to me, or this didn't happen, all that kind of stuff, right? I want everyone to really, really be clear about what I'm saying. I still believe that there's going to be a test of this 98 to say 99 level, possibly the 100, right? Why are you asking him? Why are you asking him? He didn't even see it coming down to 120 IMO. What? W, if you don't, I mean, look, there's no problem of you not wanting to be here. It's not a problem. We can. There's always this opportunity where if you swipe up, you can watch someone else. All good, no problem whatsoever. So yeah, I still believe that we will come and test the 98 to 100,000 level around this area here, right? That area there is going to dictate whether we go into to the a prolonged, more bearish movement, or into something that could be described as a a movement up. We have two key areas to break through, right? We have the psychological area of the 100,000 level, which between 100,000 to 98 level, that area there. And then you can move on up to, if we break above, most importantly, in my humble opinion, into this zone here, where the box is, that could be the most important. Do you think the top is in, or we could, I'm explaining that. I'm literally explaining that. If you want to see what I'm showing you, you can go to here or to here and you'll see what I'm talking about. What's more important is this absolute key zone. And in fact, I'm even going to get rid of all these numbers here. Let's just get rid of this. Make it super duper clean so people can understand what I'm talking about, right? I want this to be crystal clear in people's minds. I'm going to get rid of that. There we go. This zone here, this box here, is the ultimate decider. If we get some sort of miraculous movement and we get all the stars aligning and we break through this 100,000 psychological area, right? We break through that level, but we get to a point where we actually are, we actually are looking like we're going to be going to the next level. See, the things that people need to understand, and this is what's really important, is that this market is built to trap people, right? It's really important to know that when it can trap you perfectly, because it can look like we're about to go to all-time high, and people who are down here, who are full bears right this present moment, right, who miss these opportunities. Look, I'll say this to you, right? Bears will be right now and again, but bulls make money, right? And they will miss all of these because they think it's over, and they don't play these moments where you can gain in between. I have testament to it. People in the pro group can see the testament on what that's going on, right? Now, what could happen is that you will have that feeling and it will go up, and it'll even get to these areas. It'll look like it's all great, and people will be like, oh, crap. Okay, look, let me get in now. And that is the moment where people will actually lose out, and that's when things will go wrong. I've said from the very beginning, and I'm repeating it over and over and over and over again. I want this to be very, very clear, right? I'm wholeheartedly saying that at this present moment, the chart still looks bearish, right? It still looks bearish. And we will know the direction of where we're going with regards to what could be described as the rest of this run in the next, I don't know, 6 months. And the reason why I'll explain to you why I say 6 months, I'll explain it again, and we can go on from there. What I'm trying to say is this. As I said many times, I've done the videos, you guys should watch it and everything else, especially as there's now this sort of like this group, this rally happening where all of these people are trying to break JP Morgan short of MicroStrategy. And that really works with pushing up the price of Bitcoin. All this stuff is good stuff, right? These things are somewhat going to play well. But again, where it is decided is at the key levels. The 55-day, I use 55, most people use 50, whatever. The 55-day EMA is going to be very, very important. In fact, forget that the 100,000 level is the psychological number that we need to break through and hold. If we can do that, that's great. But I will say this, right? On the shorter time spans, what's bad crypto investment advice? Going into crypto. That's bad crypto advice. If I was going to give you one advice, I would say don't get into it, all right? Don't get into it, because you will go through life cycles in what could be described in months, right? You will go through emotional roller coasters to such a point that you will get to a point where things just don't faze you anymore. It is like the ultimate test of your nerves. If there is apart from like, going, I can't say the word, starts with a W and ends with an R, right? Other than that, the next stage of what could test who you are as a person is this industry. I want everyone to understand that. This industry is testing is the best way to describe it. It will make you understand why cats have 9 lives, right? That's the best way for me to describe it. That's the best advice I can give you. But if you feel like being crazy and you want to be a nutter, by all means. Laughing with hitting pain. Hey, look, whatever. Pay. Yeah, I was... You were born of pain. I was born into it. All right. That's my life. I know what pain is. You know what I mean? But the thing is, when you get it, right? Because this is the thing. This is why I like this industry so much. Is because it's in a way where you like me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Right? It's this. By the way, my lives are all about fun and information and all this kind of stuff. As even though people are just toxic or whatever, it's an industry, right? I'll say this, right? When you get it, because the thing is, the majority of this market is small, right? And it's run by market makers. Market makers are the things that run and push this market in any way you want to, right? Once you get it, right, and the pro group can understand this, they're the ones that are the testament of this. Once you can kind of understand certain things, you'll see that the market maker's job, even in that, I was wobbling, right? There was a little wobble happening because it's their job to make you think and manipulate you to thinking that something is going one way and it actually goes the other. And that's the thing. That's where your nerve comes in. And that's where you learn and grow that nerve in this industry, right? There are many different ways to play it. You can be long term, but you can be short term. You can be high leverage, small leverage, all that kind of stuff. Got dot if yes, since when, and when will it find? Don't ask me about dot, man. I didn't know a graph could go that low. The thing is, I know the dot team very well, right? I was involved in some UGC stuff with them, and let's just say this, right? I want to say this in the nicest way. I can understand why they're at the level they are at, right? I'm a calm person. I'm a very calm person, super duper calm. By the way, if anyone that's new here wants to know who I am, I've been in the industry since 2017. I trade on a daily basis, and I own a marketing agency within this field. So I'm privy to a lot of things that a lot of people are not, right? And there are people in that team. Let's just say it would be a while before it'll be a while before I work with them. All right. So don't ask me to say anything good about that. Anyway. Right. Okay. Oh, no, really? Yeah, I mean, I think that they have the financial might to do a lot, but there's a lot of old mentality there. It's just people in the main team. The main team mindset is not very good. That's all. Okay, so look now. If we look at the smaller time frames on Bitcoin, we've broken a really interesting MSS level, right? It's really, really, really important, and that level there is key because it, in essence, that break of structure, if tested, which most probably will, you'll probably see this come and retest this zone of the 89222. That there. Thank you so much for the follow, Mike. That means a lot. I'm glad that you sticking around. I like having new people here. You'll see. If you want to also check out the Learn My Alvarez group, it's a really cool place. A lot of really fun people there. If you want to get away from the toxicity of this industry, go and check it out. It's on my links and stuff. Bull flag on the 15-minute and 1 hour form. Yeah. But look, I'll say this, right? I'll say this isn't. I wouldn't call it a bull flag. Bull flag starts if it starts coming to retest. If it starts coming to retest this 89222, then that could be a good thing. But I will say this, right? And this is a really thing. It doesn't have a structure. It has less manipulation. That's also true, right? Of course, I said that last time as well. Look, I'll say this to you. I love Kenya, by the way. Kenya is one of the most beautiful countries in the world. Genuinely, the most beautiful countries in the world. The sunrise and sunset in Kenya is unmatched. Unmatched. Bunky, I am this close. I am this close to making a sticker just for you. That's William Watson's face. Honestly. I'm in Kenya right now, visiting from UK. It's amazing. Are you going on safari? They have an amazing hotel there. I went to one of the most incredible hotels in Kenya. It is, well, I've never experienced anything like this in my life. Business, bro. All right, cool. Kenya's amazing. I love Kenya. It's beautiful. And I kind of don't want anyone to go there because it's one of those places that it's still amazing, right? Now if this retest of this zone is most probably going to come and happen. It needs to hold this, right? Because then that will be a really important level to hold, and then it will move on from there, which is a really Gambia is nice. I've never been to Gambia, never been, but it could be. I mean, I'll take your word for it. I mean, in fact, it's happening right now in front of us. See, there you go. So it's going to come and retest this zone. Let's see what happens, right? Now we'll look at some other key factors. Tanzania is cheaper. Yeah, Tanzania is beautiful as well. Tanzania is also beautiful. They've asked me to go there, but I never went. Yeah, all of I don't care what everyone says, right? I love all the people there. They're so amazing. The bright-eyed smile that you get from people there is intoxicating. It's incredible. Some of the okay, do not distribute it. I don't understand. Oh, right. I thought you were talking about Kenya. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? AI centers in Kenya? No. And I also said, look, I was like, what are you talking about, man? That threw me off a little bit. Gee, oh, wow. Anyway, whatever. A sticky note that reads Watson said it before it happened. Oh my god, of course. Honestly. Kenya is the AI center of the world. That's what I was thinking. I was like, what? Kenya mines Bitcoin. I didn't know that. You learn a new thing every day. Now look. Now, we've broken a key level on Bitcoin, right? We've broken a key level of Bitcoin. But I will say this. I'll say this, right? We are not there yet. I'll say this, and I said it before. I said by December, I think it's going to most probably hit all-time high. We are at I mean, let's just call it what it is, right? We are at a key level here. If it breaks through, what could happen, it could pump up towards the 6.9, reject and retest. The retest of this zone is going to be extremely important. It's a bit lagging. We need to repost and like. What do you mean? What do you need to repost and like? But now we know what the short side is. Did you post vids? Yes, I do, on my TikTok channel. You should check them out. I'm sure you'll like them. It's basically what I'm doing now in video format. What was I saying? Yeah, so the retest of this zone is gonna be really, really important. We do now. Be right back. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You don't see numbers because of chat. Oh, chat. Oh. There you go. Is that better? Is that see? So you see an all-time high before possible bottom first quarter 2026. Then one. No. I'm talking about. I'm talking about S&P 500, right? I see the S&P 500 most probably go and test all-time high. The reason why that is because I gave a data point. You guys should really watch my previous lives that I've recorded. If you want to go there, you can check it here and here, right? You'll see that. Is it better? Or should I just... Is there a way I can change the size of this? Nope, that's not what I want to move. Can I change the size of this? Then you can't see the chat. Wow! Okay, 1 second. Why can't I change the shape of this bad boy? Whatever, let's just do that. I want to see the chat. That looks okay. It's fine. That's good. What's your take on Pengu? I got a lot of it. Video quality is a bit low now. You guys are hurting me, man. I can't do anything about your video quality. We'll see. Anyway, let's get on with it, right? Let's go on with it. Where are we right now, right? Is I would keep on. I think that's going to get to the high level, mainly because of this. Mainly because of the PE ratios, right? The price per earning ratios of where we're sitting at this present moment is insane, right? not pleasing anyone. Ah, whatever. I'll try and please as many people as possible. I do like the random hate that comes into the live every now and again. You'll get that sort of like, this guy knows nothing. Look at his sky bunker, all that kind of crap, right? Whatever, it's all good. It's mainly because of the price per earning ratio, right? That price per earning ratio is insane. That they're still showing great profits, and on top of that, increasing profits, which is a rare thing to have, right? Can see the numbers on X now. Thanks, of course. Thank you, appreciate it. No problem. Do you have any? Do we have to stay up again all night just to see what happens in Asia? Yeah, that's the problem. Now I'm gonna get to that in a second. I'm gonna explain that in a second. So because of that price to earning ratio, and now this new Leviathan that's happening right now, send hate to the other 15 Alvarez trends, not to this one. Yeah, well, whatever, it happens. It's all cool, man. I'm okay. It's just when bad things happen, they all happen at the same time. So that's the thing, right? We will see this growth in the S&P 500, especially now that not only do we got to a stage where, by the way, you guys should check out cryptocraft.com if you guys want to see any type of data that's going to be coming out. It'd be nice to see Bitcoin DOM push up a little bit, show strength. That's exactly what it did. I'm getting there, Ponky. Oh, did William Watson say that? Yeah, he didn't say that, did he? Yeah, he did actually, like 400 years ago, when the Egyptians were there. It's on the hieroglyphics. Well, sorry. So what's the situation? If you go to CryptoCraft, it gives you all the relevant dates of what's coming out. Sorry, so dumb. Neil and my friends, hedge fund friends, were talking about it today. Really? Oh my god! You should send it to Joe Rogan. He'd be like, "Oh my god, have you seen this, William Watson? He's in an unseen tomb carving, showing that Bitcoin dominance was increasing today." Ooh, music and stuff. Anyway, what was I going to say? By the way, have you guys seen that the new AI producer that's come out with the AI singer that takes old music and 50 Cent music and all that kind of stuff and makes it into 1950s songs, right? You should definitely watch that, check that out. And the one to listen to, right? The one to listen to. Okay, yeah, there's some really good ones from 50 Cent and everything else. But listen to the Baby Shark one. Listen to the Baby Shark one. And it is like, and try not to make faces, that type of, oh my God. Just listen to the Baby Shark version of the AI Baby Shark 1950s song, and you'll be happy. I promise you, right? It's incredible. Now, what we're looking at this present moment is that we're not only seeing inflation not looking like an issue, but unemployment slightly ticking up. And really, really important is that the jobless claims are looking like there is an increase of unemployment, and what goes on and what the Fed said when they get the data, and where they said that the risk is now towards unemployment than inflation. We see the chance of a rate cut being almost certain, right? And I want to say it's at 85.1%, right? I want to say, I told you so, and everyone gave me hate. I even bet my chair on it, and you know how much that means to me, right? Was this the best one is the one it turns dust into wind in the car? Yeah, it's just no. Just check out Baby Shark, right? It's the weirdest thing. Just check out Baby Shark. You would be like, God damn, right? And so it looks like it's that. And also, I do want to call out Powell, right? Watson said no rate cuts. He was finally wrong. No, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. It's the Fed are using someone with the amount of strength and power and influence such as him to make sure people believe what the Fed is saying, because it's all about the Fed manipulating the masses, and the masses are William, right? Now, I will say this. I want to call out Powell as well, right? And it was for him, because of him, that it created this start of this negative understanding in this market, right? Because what happened to, oh, we have data, employment and unemployment is not that bad. It's, in fact, it looks buoyant. And remember when I said to you guys, and I think wait, am I exactly correct? 1 second. I said 7,000. I said 7,000. Remember I said I had the hedge fund friend of mine who they look at the South American numbers and then they relate it to what the US is doing, and he said according to them unemployment is being I mean the unemployment claims is about 7,000 higher than others. What is that? What's 216 plus 7 would be almost 220. What are we looking at? What's 216 plus 7? I can't. My brain is melted. That's 220, 223. They're 3,000 off. I feel like when I first heard it from William Watson when he said 223 at that time, and I repeated it, obviously he says everything first. Remember, you guys were here. I did say, according to according to them, with the way that they look, it looks like unemployment is going to be increased 7,000 more than is expected in the jobless claims, and it's actually now what, 9,000. In fact, it's even worse than what they estimated it's going to be. All of this points towards the Fed cutting. Now, I will say this, right? The Fed cutting doesn't necessarily mean a positive thing in this market. I want everyone to understand this. It doesn't mean that it's going to pump this market. It all depends on the market conditions that we're in. In my humble opinion, don't listen to me. I'm just a guy with a blue shirt. It's a very nice blue shirt. It's made from like really nice like denim and stuff, right? Sitting in a sky bunker talking to you guys about what I believe the market is doing. Now, I'm going to ask you guys to press the like button and stuff, because I know that you guys don't like pressing it, because, you know, in fact, press the like button. All right? Is that forward enough? Are you guys not? Press it. Oh, good. Nice shirt. Yeah, it's fashionable. It's fashionable. Fashionable. It's fashionable, right? But this is the OG fashionable, American fashionable, not the one that's going around now. And also the guys on X, can I get at least can I get 10 more reposts? There's 180 of you there now. 10 out of 180, come on, less than 10%. Now, where we're sitting also, I just want to go through the things that I got right, you know, thanks to what William Watson said, obviously. But it looks like that the USDT dominance is breaking down, right? And not only that, it's breaking down from what could be described as that's a trap. Right here is what I would call the epitome of a Watson trap, right? Everything now is based on Watsons. Now, this is what you call a Watson trap, where it looks like everything is over and then they just like fake out to you. But I will say this, right? I will say this, and this is really important to understand. Why are you not deleting breath? I will say this. Let's not also forget the fact that we need to break key level of support on this, right? And it's somewhat sitting there already. In fact, the support is here. The support is around 6%. Let's say 6%. If it breaks 6%, then it will be what's the opposite of confirmation? My brain is tired. I'm so tired today. I've been on 20 meetings. My brain is melting. What's the opposite of confirmation? Have you gone double denim? No, it's not double denim. It's just like really nice brushed denim. Invalidation. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. That's the one. Um, a um, a bull flag invalidation will happen if it breaks that 6% level, and that break of that will mean that most probably USDT dominance will go and test the 200-day EMA, which is around the 5.65 area. That movement there could very well push Bitcoin to these key levels that we're talking about, which is around the 100,000 level, possibly even test the bottom end of the key support area, the key support band. This band in Bitcoin, this area here. In fact, I'm gonna double diet. Is that a word? I'm gonna double. Is that a word? It's a word. I think it's a word. I'm gonna double diet. No? Yeah, double diet, right? I'm gonna double dye this thing, right? This area. You mean double down? No. Two different dyes, two different colors, double dye. We're making up words here, guys. We're making up words. Right? This area here that you see is incredibly important, right? Because it is a key pivot point throughout this year, pretty much. It's super duper important, and that's the area where I think possibly the breakdown of the USDT dominance going down to here could bring the move either up and retest on the weekly by the end of next week. I would say by the end of next week we will see a possible test of this 98,000 area to 100,000 area. That total, I think. Will also told me to sell my Zcash. Where's Zcash? Oh wow, XRP is moving as well, which is pretty good. I mean, yeah. Let's see what's Zcash up to. How much is he gonna make? Yeah, I can see why he said he sell it. Hey, look, don't ever say anything bad about Watson, all right? Ever. This guy is possibly the most incredible person you'll ever meet in your life, right? You wouldn't say that about Jesus, would you? So stop. Yeah, it's all right. I mean, if we look at this a smaller time frame, what are we here? I mean, it's still somewhat in a bearish pattern. I mean, if it breaks this MSS at the 530, then this thing will run hard. But let's see if that happens. Still, volume is decreasing, which is not the great thing in this matter. Monero is a real Bitcoin. No. Everyone knows why Monero is doing well. Just no one wants to talk about it. Monero is that type of coin where we all know. we all know why it's doing well, and especially when does anyone you know what I'm saying? No, you guys know? You know why Monero does well, right? Why it's one of the oldest coins, and it's one of the OG coins, and it's the coin where that coin where when you wink wink where the two transacting wallets that use that chain, no one can track it. I don't think, unless regulation comes in, Monero ain't going anywhere. I know, let's just say I know people. What's wrong with you? Thank you so much. That's always a question everyone asks me about. Thank you so much. It's happiness, Crypto61. Happiness is one of those things that crypto can take out of you. It's true. And I feel like I sense it in you that happiness is not there anymore. Because when someone is laughing and you ask them what's wrong with you, usually Monero is delisted from a lot of places. I mean, like, usually that's a weird question to ask. Sometimes you need to be serious. I am never serious in my life. I give excellent information, and I'm never serious. If you feel like you need someone serious, there are some really good traders out there you can listen to. But I'm not going to be serious. I'm not born that way. I'm only serious when it's actually like when you really need to be serious. Nah, this is all just fun and games, whatever. It's all fun, right? Now, where were we? If we look at Bitcoin dominance, we're also seeing a nice little hike up. To be honest, I would love it. And you guys who are in the Kraken sells it proudly. Proudly. Monero. Let's just say I know people. And I can't explain who those people are, but I'll give you a clue. They may have a fleet of ice cream trucks, right? Ice cream trucks. You know, we've all heard them. That their only foot that they dip into this industry is Monero. That's what I'm gonna say. All right? You make what you want out of that. Now, I would like, and the thing is, people in alt will not like this, right? Is that I would like Bitcoin dominance to actually really start going up. I would rather, I want it to. Shall I? What shall I do with my bags of Aster rotator? Look, I'm gonna give you. I'll come to Aster in a second. Let me go through a few of these things and I'll talk to you about that. What was I saying? Yeah, I would love this to actually really, really start pushing up. It's not going to be very good for alts. Don't get me wrong. I mean, alts will rally a little bit because, especially, we're in a scenario now where alts are showing some strength. They really have pretty much bottomed out as much as one. Do they sell ice cream? Many different flavors. Many different flavors. Many. Good flavors. Yeah. Anyway, you know, do you partake? Do you partake in ice cream? Anyway, so whatever. So I'd rather this to actually push up a bit more, especially if it could regain the sort of the 59-60% level, and really, really go for it. Because if it could really go and Bitcoin can grow and get to those 130 levels, then we could potentially see what could be described as an alt. So I'm not too sure if we will get there. It's still, everything is very bearish at this present moment. Let's just get to key levels that Watson gave. Let's see the King Watson can pass those levels, and then we can go from there. It's good of Bitcoin dominance to pull up and USDC to come down, show some flow. Yeah, exactly. More importantly, right? More important, what I'm liking is that when you go to the lower time frames, you see, this is what I like, right? This is great price action in relation to volume. Look, volume goes up, and also price goes up. That's a good sign, right? That's a really good sign. It means, and you see, like, volume is increasing at every single time that there is a pump. That means spot buyers are coming in. It means speculation is leaving. I mean, don't get me wrong, our group is a bit speculative, you know what I'm saying? Right, it's a bit speculative. We're making some good gains, but it's a bit speculative, right? But this is a good sign, right? These are all good signs. The only issue is, and I'll say this right now, and I'll be here. The last thing I want, this is what my hedge fund managers, man, Donkey, how rich are you? Why are you even here? Do you actually owe, are you Michael Saylor? Because only Michael Saylor could understand the strength and power of Watson. Only he can really fathom the sheer power that guy has, right? I'll say this: the last thing I want, because these type of pumps will always have a usual 50% retrace, right? So I'm expecting, yeah, almost perfectly 50%. I would say, because we're trending, I would say, no, actually it's the wrong way around. That's why. Duh. See, what's the one that made that mistake? If you look at the, yep, almost perfect. The 382 will most probably get tapped in this run. When you get those type of runs, you usually get either 50 or to 0.38 retrace back to test those levels. Famous person in here, I'm telling you all. Who's a famous person in here? You're telling me all. Who's a famous person? Who's famous? What's going on? Who's a famous person? Anyway, whatever, right? So we're at this situation here. The one thing I don't want is this. I don't want a ladder and elevator type of deal, right? Which is a slight worry still. You know, we get these sort of laddering up and then elevator down. We don't want that elevator down aspect. Big Al's famous. No. I'm not famous. What are you talking? A singer from UK. That's all. Oh, who's the singer from UK? Wait. Who's in here? Come on the live. Where was I saying? Okay, cool. Where are we? Now, let's get back to the key things. Now we're seeing a beautiful breakdown of the dollar, right? Absolute beautiful break of trend. Now, we need to break the $99.5 level. Sing us a song. I know. All right, so let me say this, right? This level at the 99.5 percent, not percent, dollar, right? Dollar value is going to be important. There's a lot of support there, like a lot. That's a lot of support sitting around that level. And if it can break through that, oh my God. And to be honest, the key number to break through, I mean, I would say 99.23, but let's be very clear. 98.99. 99.99, all right? Let's go back to the future numbers here. If it breaks that way, we're on like Donkey Kong. Because, yeah, we need that to happen. This rejection of that $100 level is absolutely beautiful. The last thing I want is something like this to happen. This is what I don't want. And it is a real possibility that this could happen, because you've seen every single time it's tested this 200-day EMA, it's bounced off it. And then what I don't want is is that we've had test 1, we've had test 2. This comes down, finds breaks, finds support, and then we get test 3, and that test 3 will break through, and that will cause a lot of pain, like a lot of pain in the industry, right? Be vigilant. Hear what I'm saying to you guys and showing you guys. Listen to these moments, because people then get angry and only hear the bullish stuff. I want you guys to be very clear that we're still at very dangerous times. Yeah, it's all fun and games in our pro group where we're people are doing well. Touch wood. There's gonna be moments where we won't do well as well, right? It's how you play the game. Although we're 20 for 20 at the moment, which is wild, right? Just wait until Matrix come in. You got to see how crazy that guy is, right? I basically spend everything that comes and pay them. It's hilarious. Now, dangerous times. If we break through, fantastic. We're going to be going into some real key numbers, but it's still looking like we have a bit more of a move up still, right? A bit of worry is gold. I would love it if it could produce a lower high here. I would love it if it could do that, because I see no reason for gold to really rally from this point on, unless there is a large level of liquidity. And when you get to large levels of liquidity, gold will usually run anyway, because people park their money there as a form of, not everyone wants 100% allocation into the market. People still want to have that little bit of security, and they don't want to keep it in the dollar because the dollar is worth nothing. You know what I mean? If we look at Filecoins, I've just done the reason why it's privacy is a important thing. That's why, right? If we look at some other thing, we see VIX have a beautiful retrace, and the reason why that's happened is because the chance of rate cuts has increased, and that level of instability is going on. Now, I will say this. It's looking like Ukraine is going to go through some sort of deal, although the one on the table at the moment is terrible, whatever that deal is, right? Basically giving up more land than Russia holds, but whatever. But that there will create a bit more stability and lack of volatility in the market. The thing is, as long as you see the MOVE index coming down and the VIX coming down, those two factors are always going to play well into risk on assets, and risk on assets will do some nice moves. We're not talking about massive things here, but nice little moves that you can play. At this present moment, I would still say we're in somewhat of a trader's market, not in a long-term investor's market. That's my humble opinion. Don't listen to me. I'm just a crazy guy in a sky bunker that doesn't know what the hell's going on, right? Now, If we go on to the 10-year treasuries, this is by far my favorite thing. We're getting into some really interesting times now, right? Because the more this comes down, the higher the chance of people looking to go more risk on, right? That's the thing. You say, don't say Japan. Japan is still a problem, right? It's still a real, 1 second, prove that I'm not a robot. It's still a real problem. That issue is not going anywhere. You need to monitor that. Because the thing is, what happens in this industry is that you hear the little flavor of the month and then it disappears, but it doesn't mean the problem's disappeared. That problem is still there, and then that starts becoming things like black swan events, right? It's still a potential black swan event. It's really, really important to understand that. Can you give us 5 minutes on Solana chain? You think are going to do good? Not norm. I think Solana will be fine. We did a play on Solana anyway. Those trades were really good. Now, if we look at the total market, if this thing can ever load, yeah, total market cap, it's nice. It's a nice little movement, but we need to be careful and understand. This 3.1 trillion level is really, really important. It's a really key level of support, and it's a pivot. That's first level. The second level is 3.24. Gaining. What about near? I'll have a look at that. I think we played near as well. I'll have a look, right? Gaining support at the 3.24 is super important, right? We're not out the woods yet. We're really not out the woods yet. It's super important. Like any real sort of rejection from this it could be huge. But what's really I showed this to you guys as well, right? I need you guys to see this as well. 1 second. Is this where are we here? Where'd it go? Oh yeah, here we go. Bring this up. I'll do it in front of you guys. We're still in a scenario right now where the liquidity is above us, right? There's 90. See, this is the crazy part of all this, right? We're all sitting around this 100. You see how important this 100,000, 98, between 97 to 100,000, that area there, right? That period, that part in that zone. By the way, if anyone wants to see what I'm looking at, go here or here and you'll see all that. This part, this section here has massive levels of liquidity, right? And it's important to understand that those areas can also be key rejection points as well, right? We're not 100% out of the woods yet. In fact, we still got a long way to go, right? Still a long way to go. The one thing that I will say, and it's still giving me a nice little hope here, it's like a little bit of hopium, is that the long to short ratio is still crazily skewed. Everyone's still massively short, and they're holding it. The actual what's it called? Funding rates are going up, but going up in the form of shorts. People are holding their shorts for longer periods of time and actually paying fees in that level. And the more that they do that, the higher the chance that this thing is going to go and grab those key levels of short squeeze, my friend. Yes, I'm trying to explain it in a way that people don't understand what that means, right? And that's the situation. And they will squeeze out these shorts to get to that and grab that liquidity. Unbelievable. All the Bitcoin shorts on the US exchanges. Liquidity fracture. Oh, yeah. I like those words. Can you give me the 5 best coins on Solana are going to perform well now? I can't do that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff I can't do, right? Because whatever I say, people will do, and I want to be careful when I say those type of things. It's really important for me to not say things that can have that level of impact on people. Now, what was I going to say? All right, cool. That's looking really cool. If we look at Total 3, which is basically, our alts in it, Brev, right? We've held a really, like that level, I said, the 827, I'm going to get to NIT. Yeah. Winnie Watson can do anything he wants to. He usually he sleeps on water. He doesn't walk on water. He literally sleeps on it. That's how much force he has. Now, that 827 billion level was really, really important. A key level, it held it. And now we're getting some form of, excuse me, we're getting some form of rally from here, but we're getting rally into a key level of resistance, right? This horizontal, not horizontal, this vertical, not even vertical, diagonal support band, right, that we're holding on. It also comes in line with some key levels of horizontal support as well. So breaking this area here is going to be very, very important. Now, sometimes what can happen is that when we get these lower level EMAs crossing over the larger ones, it can pull it like a magnet, right? It can bring it up to this level of the 958, which is still great, right? Because it will literally mean that we'll be breaking in back into range, and it will test the bottom level of this level. This is a possibility. This level, the 958, is extremely important. Again, key levels that I still believe that there is a chance that this thing could reject off. I'm being very serious here. Listen to these points or just don't listen to me at all. Please, I just don't know what's going on, right? I'm just a stupid person in a sky bunker with, like, you know, a really nice shirt. Now, that's that key thing to understand, and this will affect alts aggressively. We're at pivot points. Be careful. Be careful. So, please just be careful, right? Now, Ethereum had a nice little support at the 2755. Again, that level was very, very important. But again, this, as I said, lower time frame EMAs crossing over larger ones, these what they would call the D-cross. I can't say that word on TikTok, unfortunately. Although D-cross sounds even worse somehow. Just don't think about it. Anyway, right? It can act like a magnet. That sounds even worse. There's nothing you can say after D-cross that doesn't sound bad. Anyway, whatever, right? It could pull it into that zone, and that zone there is could be an area of rejection. It's really, really important to understand that, right? That's what she said. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. It's a singular D here. Thing around. What's this D crossing thing? Oh, jeez, so gross. Anyway, ETH against Bitcoin. I'm actually going to change some of these graphs. I'm going to do some Bitcoin comparisons on a lot of the coins so we can see its relative strength against Bitcoin or not, right? ETH against Bitcoin is holding a very, very important level, but there's a lot to go still. Like, we are nowhere near what I would... Why are you saying upgrade? What are you talking about? Changing level. What? All right, whatever. Okay. What? Anyway, whatever. It's fine. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe I have to make tabs. I don't know. Whatever. All right. So it's holding a key level here, right? But we're nowhere near. Nowhere near. I mean, we're still what could be described as a bull flag working in this manner, right? I can't believe I said bull flag, but it still has that bull flag aspect to it. We're still looking like by the way, anyone wants to see my screen, it's those two. We still have this nice little move going on, and if it holds this 200-day moving average, this thing should break out at some point. At some point, there will be a breakout. Yeah, you know, saying dead cap bounce doesn't mean you can't capitalize on it. Let's not forget that, right? Now, let's look at some coins, right? In fact, before we look at some coins, right? There's something really cool that I found, right? And I want everyone to really, and I'm going to be talking about this. In fact, I had a talk with the creator of this project, and I just think they're cool. It's a cool thing. In fact, I'm going to be doing an AMA on my X on it, right? And I don't know if you guys heard of a project called Doma, right? I'm going to bring them here so you guys can have a look and so you can understand what's happening. This is possibly the first of its kind right now. And what's happening with Doma? It's not like it's a token or anything like that. That's not what I'm talking about. That's secondary to what I'm talking about, right? What these guys have done is they've made a tokenized real world asset that's domain names. So you can actually buy, you can be a fractionalized owner of certain domains that come onto the site and earn yields and returns and sell them and return them. And what's really, really interesting, right? It's really interesting, and I wanted to bring this to your attention sooner than later. Is this on the 1st of December? Software.ai, they've Software.ai, they've purchased Software.ai, right? And that domain name is worth a very, very healthy amount of return, and it gives you the ability to actually own real domains that have value in a fractionalized ownership. This isn't like some miners or some random stuff. These are things. If you want to purchase Software.ai, what would you think the value of that is? The current estimate is $250,000 for that thing, and Doma is allowing you to actually have a fractionalized ownership of this, and the actual launch of that is happening on the 1st of December. So up until that point, I'm going to be talking to the creator of Doma. If you have any questions on Doma, make sure you prepare it. I'm going to be talking about other aspects about it and other things like that. So go and check it out. It's called it's Doma.xyz, and I'm going to put the link into my link so you can check it out and learn about it. Nothing to do here. If you feel like there's something that you can actually play around with this, it's a really interesting concept. I've actually invested into some of these domains because they have a value. You see, if you go to you know, what's it called, GoDaddy, and you want to look at some websites, some of them are worth thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's a really cool, interesting site, a really interesting project, and this is a real blue chip project, right? I want you guys to have a clear understanding on that fact. Now, let's go into some coins that you guys want to look at. A little bit, 10-15 minutes of that, and then we can see where we can go from there. Let's see what XRP is doing, actually. Let's see our beloved XRP. Are we at 10,000 yet? No, we're not. We're at 2,000. Oh no, $2. Sorry, I got a bit excited there. Pengu is what's it called? Isn't Pengu Watson's coin? He's the one that bro. I just bought Bitcoin. The revolution, I'm telling you, the revolution. Do you have coaching yet? No, I don't do coaching. I just have a pro group where you can ask questions, and there's a chat on there, which means I'm always there, and we talking like this. It's this buddy thing. It's a really, really cool. Yeah, full on revolution happening. We need to get rid of the JP Morgans in as well, don't I see? You can talk a little about Fat Cat. Yeah, look, Fat Cat and things like this, right? I need everyone to understand this. Those coins and projects like that, those are the ones that actually they need the right market conditions to do well, right? It's still there. We're still working in the background, but the market conditions are have to be there. This thing is going to, like, no one's giving up, no one's going anywhere, no one's doing anything that's going to be having any real issue, but it's there, right? We have the ability to get to the stage when the market is conducive to this, those things will go crazy. It's just we're not in we're in a trader's environment right now, and the trading environment is not about that type of aspect, and that's why we're there. I mean, but the thing is, they're still like relatively in relation to all other types of that type of genre, it's still doing well, right? Now, let's get on to NEAR. Actually, XRP. XRP is rejecting off a key level, and I mean, like, it needs to. Yeah, it needs to. I mean, look, if it can hold, I'll say this, right? If it can hold basically where it is, if it can hold the 2.2151 area, where was the fraction domain named? It's called Doma.xyz. It's a really cool project. Like, it's a cool project. It's something that I've not seen before. It's really, really interesting, right? And it's not like them trying to push their token or anything. It's the actual website is really cool, right? What they're doing is awesome. Fractionalized ownership of domain names is a cool thing. I mean, it sounds a bit lame, but like it's actually, the technology is very cool. Now, where we're sitting at this present moment, that needs to hold that. If it doesn't, this thing is going to possibly retest the bottom of this run again. Yeah, probably around the 2.15, 2.16 area. But it's looking pretty good at the moment. It just needs to have another attempt. It needs to have another attempt at this key level, the 2.254. And if it does, it'll most probably break through. And then the next level of resistance is at 2.334. Not to say it's going to do that. We need to be careful. Yeah, Doma.xyz. So not 10,000. Not yet. We're getting there. Again, we're getting there bit by bit. Yeah. If my lifespan is, what would be great is if I get to the stage where XRP, I'm on my bed and thinking, I've done everything I want in this life, but I just haven't experienced the euphoria of XRP at 10,000, right? When the head of XRP becomes the president of the world, and aliens are now using XRP for cross-border transactions, not Swift, obviously. That I think then that would be the point when XRP gets to that level. But it's it's plausible, it makes sense. There's always a chance that could happen. Now, when I then I can relax and hold it. Leverage next. Yeah, be careful. Some people say, okay, that was sarcasm, just making sure that people understand. And then go, man, you guys crazy. Why are you laughing about it? I have to be serious, innit, brev? Now, NEAR. Did I play work on NEAR? I think it did. Yeah. Oh man, yeah. Oh yeah. Why is my life difficult? There we go. Only way XRP goes to 10K is if aliens use it for cross-world payments. Yeah. So plausible, right? Let's not talk about, hey, we're preaching religion. We're preaching religion to people who look at XRP. You know what XRP is, right? I figured that out the other day, right? And it's almost like there's a lot of similarities to it, but it gives me what was that religion that Tom Cruise is a part of? Scientology. XRP and Scientology have a lot of similarities to it, where it's like so it's possible that it is possible. It's completely possible, right? It gives me Scientology vibes, XRP, because in Scientology, the creator is constantly just spending the money that these guys are believing into, and so is XRP. The guy is selling hundreds of millions of dollars of the coin that he created, and everyone's like, "It's alright, bruv. We love him. He needs a new yacht. He needs a new yacht, all right?" You know those preachers that, have you seen that video of that preacher? Have you seen that video of that preacher where he brings out a literal blinged Tom Cruise is an XRP maxi? I promise you, if he doesn't own XRP, Scientology made him buy it, right? So have you seen that video of that preacher with a blinged out Bugatti? With a with a blinged out Bugatti in the church, and the guy saying, God said I should have this. And you're just like, yeah, XRP. That's my new saying now to that type of thing. All right, okay, yeah, we're NEAR, right? NEAR. Look, NEAR at this present moment is trading, right? This is perfect trading type of material. It is way off anything that you would describe as having a breakout, but it's because of the way that the price action is working on NEAR. You can play these levels beautifully. We caught this absolutely beautifully, like beautiful trade on NEAR. Absolute beautiful trade. So it's okay. I mean, look, it's coming to try and hold a key level, which is basically where it's at. If it can hold that level and have a break of structure, look, if near can pass above the 1.986, that is a low time frame break of structure, and that should possibly send up to the 2.1. It needs to happen. If it doesn't do that, this thing is going down to test the lower levels again. And if you look at another thing you can do is that if you look at the Monday ranges, yeah, here we go. Look, the Monday low is here. If you even go, yeah, I mean, like it's probably will try and test the Monday high, which is the 1.98, and reject off that, and then see where it can test. And what you could also do is if you put the Fibonacci, Fibonacci, yeah. So this thing could possibly come and test the 3.82 if it's on the bullish structure, or most probably it could come to the Monday mid, which turns out to be the 50%, which is 1.892. And then bounce off there and retry and test the upper band. But this, if it breaks above the Monday high, which is the 1.985, it will most certainly test the 2.112. Is that good enough? There you go. All right. How do I stop this? Anything else? Clown, thank you so much. It's nice to call me a clown. I get that every day, man. I mean, clowns are good. A Watsonacci, yeah. So sorry, Watsonacci, yeah. Asta, please. Yeah, let's look at Asta. The Watsonacci indicator, the Moxie indicator. That's a paid promotion, by the way. So the Asta, you didn't hear that here. So stupid. Asta's looking pretty weak though, I must say. 1 second. I just don't like to bet against Binance, you know, it's easy. Every time I've tried to bet against that guy, he's always humbled me. It's not looking great, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, it's not looking great. I'm gonna get to Pengu. 1 second, I'm getting to Pengu. All right. I would say this wick here doesn't look nice. So I would not be surprised if this thing doesn't come and try and take out this inefficiency wick. I would say a possible test of this zone is very viable. Right? A possible test of the 1.003 is very, very possible with this. Especially if you look at the lower time frame. Yeah, the price action on this doesn't look great. It's not great. Again, this needs to 1.1162 is an area that it needs to break, you know, microstructure to break, but I don't see that happening. In fact, this looks like it's probably going to come and test this level here, barring some oh, that's the wrong one, barring some massive bullish news. Yeah. What you could see is possibly something like this. You could come and see, test this, and then break down like that. I would expect something like that to happen. What's the XRP? No. No. That's my thoughts. He could pump it, but I get bad. Yeah, this is the problem. The thing with Asta, that's why these type of coins is, you know, I bought. Look, I'll just be open, right? I hold Asta, and I bought it where I said I would. Actually, no, I didn't. I bought it around here. I bought it around. I need to check exactly my entrance, but I was like around the 90, like the 95 level. So I bought it around here. I actually said I was gonna buy it here, and I didn't. I drew the box and was like, I'm gonna buy it here, and then watched it tap it, and went, yeah, cool, that worked. I didn't buy, right? But I bought around this, so I'm still a holder. I would be interested in holding this more long term than short term, right? This is a somewhat of a longer play, but we have to be careful. We have to be careful with all these coins, and this is the thing with CZ. His power, from one tweet, he can make coins go absolutely parabolic. The problem with that is that if there's no belief in the coin, it'd be people who are just short-term players, right? That's why, uh, in my humble opinion, you don't have to listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just about a dude that's on in a sky bunker, right? In my humble opinion, uh, I don't really like to leverage trade Asta, because it's one of those coins that can do some stupid, silly things, right? And that's why it worries me a little bit. But look, it depends on your time profile. All right, one more coin, and then I'm out of here. Oh, do you guys want to know is what's his name here? What was that guy's name? I forgot his name. Who wants to see some amazing tea? I'll look at dollar. Let me look at dollar. Ooh, nice. But in very short term, oh wow, that's had a big trace. I'm actually an investor in dollar. That's had them. Yeah, look, it's just come and completely taken out that wick. A lot of people are doing this. Oh yeah, T. I'll tell you this, right? I have high hopes for dollar, right? The reason why I say high hopes for dollar is because dollar has a connection to the Trump team, and to the USDT one, the I think USDT or USD1, their stable coin, and the people who run dollar are a part of their team, and I would not be surprised if they do not have some sort of involvement in that in the near future. So this is somewhat of a long-term play for me. I haven't buy a lot, but I am holding it long term, right? Thanks so much, bro. Of course, Lee Downing, no problem. Can we look at we looked at dollar. Oh, whoa, a lot of questions. What was I gonna say? Oh, tea. All right, I'm gonna head on tea. Sorry guys, you guys asked, I said the last one there. If you guys want good tea, right, and this is free, I promise you there is no pay. I just love this tea, right? I love this tea, right? Have you ever tried Camellia's Tea House? You know why I'm going to say Camellia's Tea House, right? Most people don't know this, right? And I'm going to bring it here. Most people don't know this. Camellia's Tea House, right? Get the Earl Grey. That, it's not even expensive. It's world-class tea. World-class tea, right? I like to end on insanity in my lives, right? I can see people going, this ain't crypto. I'm off. What's this crap? Who drinks tea? I'm English, brev, right? Tea is a way of life. I clean my teeth with tea, right? Mr. T was tea. Tea is all about TT. Okay, anyway, whatever, right? It's great. Check it out. Just because people asked me that last time, and I was like, I can't remember the tea. So I actually had to look it up. Yeah, Earl Grey. I'm 2 hours late, but here I am here now. All right, Kylan. So we went through what can be described as the T indicator. But unfortunately, this ain't recorded, so only people who are here would know what that T indicator is. And thanks, Alvarez. It's been real. It's like, all right, T is my upper limit. T is my upper limit of where I can stay in this live. I love you, bro, but I'm out of it. You've seen Trump's Bitcoin farm. It's not Trump, it's Trump family's coin. Yeah. And you think that they're gonna do anything that's gonna be not only beneficial for this industry? Just come on. They're buying the dip like nothing else. You know, okay, all right. No, thank you. You know what's really interesting, and I will say this, right? I'd say this. If the leader of the free world is continuously legislating in a field that he's also continuously accumulating and purchasing and creating aspects into, it would be ridiculous to think that he's not going to capitalize on that in one way or another. It's like I don't know how to say it. It's like your family owns the competition, and your family is judging you sing in the singing competition. I got a feeling you're gonna be doing well, right? All right. So all I'm gonna say, as the real monkey said, as I'm gonna leave it on here, capitalize on this Earl Grey blue flower. that the Four Seasons use, by the way, just so you guys understand. And we can go from there. All right. A lot of love, a lot of affection. Go and check out the pro group. It is just a nice place to be. There's no necessity to go and join. It's up to you guys. You can do it or not. But I'm gonna say I'll catch you guys there. Peace, affection, love, and all that kind of stuff on the TikTok, guys. For sure, definitely. I'm out of here. I'll catch you guys later. And on the tube, right? Again, let me just show you how to see everything. You just go on to my live here or to any of the recordings. You just go down to this link. You click on the Learn My Hours. It's a free Telegram group. There's no cost to it. Just be there and absorb all the positivity. You will not see a group like this. Everyone there is great. But again, I will leave the last thing I say. I will not message you. I will not ask anything of you. Stop replying to those people. Right? Okay, cool. I'll catch you guys later. And I will see how things go tomorrow. All right? Take care. Peace. Love, affection.